Hey guys, welcome to some more mat Pilates. Only thing I will recommend you have near you today is a chair or a couch or something that we can put some body weight on for push-ups later on, and that you can keep close if you need some help with your balance. We're going to be doing a little bit of standing balance work today. So let's just start. I want to warm up the hips, warm everything up with a little roll down. And give yourself some room in front of you because we're going to bring this roll down into a little bit of plank work. So soften through the knees, heavy through the feet, heavy through the balls of the feet, heavy through the heels. Take a big inhale, drop the shoulders down. Exhale, start with that little scoop in the belly, that tuck in the chin. And I like to think about just tiptoeing my fingers down the front of my legs. Let your head hang. Big inhale at the bottom, exhale, scoop the belly, roll it up. So we're going to keep it moving today. Roll the shoulders down the back. Moving at the pace of your own breath. When you're at the top, inhale, exhale, tuck through the chin, roll it down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, lift the belly, rise. Awesome. Inhale at the top, exhale, tuck, roll it down. We're going to hold that fold. So let your head hang a little bit. Maybe bring your hands to the ground, sway your hips. Maybe grab your elbows, tuck your chin a little bit more. Get a little bit deeper into that sway. So really work to look right through your legs, not at the mat. Then let's bring our hands to the floor. And we're just going to crawl ourselves out into a plank position. Hands underneath your shoulders. Feet are about as wide as your hips. Lift through the belly. We're going to move right away into some down dog work. So big inhale. Exhale. Stay high on your toes. Push your hips back. And once those hips are all the way back, just about over the heels, lower your heels down to the floor. Big hamstring stretch. Inhale, lift it back up to your toes with your hips high. Exhale, start to engage the belly. Pull your chest back through the hands. So just to your plank here, lift it back up. High on your toes. Drop it to the heels. Feel that big stretch in the back body. Lift it to your toes. Pull the chest forward. And let's push it back. Find that down dog stretch nice and heavy through your heels. And just take a little pedal. Drop the right heel, lift the left. And switch. What's your upper body doing here? Try to pull the shoulder blades down the back. Lengthen through the neck. Reach through the arms. Awesome. Bring both heels down and come back up. Crawl your hands back to your toes. Scoop the belly and roll. Big shoulder roll. Right at the top. And then let's find that parallel position with the feet. Hip width apart. We're going to take some lateral stretches and then bring them into a squat, kind of switching sides in between. So bend your elbows so that your palms are facing in, elbows tuck into the rib cage. We're going to take the fingertips, push them out to the right side as you push your hips to the left. So try to keep your torso fairly square here, and then pull the arms back, hold them through center, take it into a squat. Beautiful. Push the arms out, push your hip out. You want to feel that nice big stretch through the side waist, and then pull the arms back through center. Take it into a squat. Let's do 2 more on each side. Push. Lots of space between the shoulders and the ears. Little lat engagement. Pull. Squat. Hold them here. Push. Hips go one way, arms go the other. Lots of length here rather than tension. Pull back. Squat. Last one on each side. Reach. Just warming up through our joints. Pull it back. Squat, chest up. Last one. Reach. Little push, little pull. Drag it in, and let's do one more squat. Awesome. Roll your shoulders down and back, and let's stay standing. So remember that chair close to you. If you need a little bit of help with your balance, let's go back to the place where we started. Anchoring down through the balls of the feet. So that heavy point underneath your big toe, heavy point underneath your little toe, and nice and heavy through the heels. So feel those heels connect you to the back of your body. And then feel that lift through the arches of your feet as you anchor down through the front of the feet, pull you up through the front of the body. Nice soft knees. We're going to start with some balance work on the left leg. So gently shift your weight over to your left leg. Arms go wherever they best serve your balance. Point your toes and rest them a few inches in front of you on the mat. We're just going to start with a lift up. Exhale, pull the knee up. Inhale, lower. So as you pull, start to change your focus from your legs to the middle of your body. Think about that lift up the belly. Beautiful. You got 3 more here. So as we push down through that left heel, we lift up with the right knee. Last 2. 1, hold it up. So pull up through the belly. Arm on that balance point if you need it. I'm going to open the leg out to the right. So soften your left knee. Open and close. So I like to use my arm as a little counterbalance. Open and close. So remember, less leg, more through that trunk. Pull up through the belly. Beautiful. Relax the neck and shoulders. You got 4. Good. You can point or flex that foot, whatever feels good, but keep your hips square. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it down. Little rest, whatever feels good for your body. I'm always going to shake my hips out a little bit. Okay, we're going to keep that balance on the left leg. Keep the movement on the right. We're going to go a little bit deeper into our balance this time. So again, if you need a little support, go ahead and get it. So soften through your left knee. Now we're going to take those right toes just slightly behind us. Now you can tip forward slightly from your torso, but think about that left knee. We don't want the left knee to push forward of your toes. Square your hips. Find 2 diagonal lines from those hip bones right to the floor. We're going to take a lift with the right leg, squeezing the glute. Exhale up. Inhale down. Pause in that squeeze through the back of the body. Right hip wants to open. You're not going to let it. I want you to feel that lift up just below the belly button. Beautiful. Awesome. Squeeze it up. Arms go wherever they best serve that balance. Last 2. Beautiful. And 1. Hold it. Now, I want you to tip forward, hinging at the hips. That right leg is just going to float up behind you. Arms out to the side, arms in front, 1 arm on that chair. But I want you to focus on pulling up, not falling forward. So again, heavy points on those heels, on those balls of the feet. Lift the belly, square the right hip bone down. Awesome. Pull up into the belly, relax the shoulders. You got 10 more seconds here, and we're going to pulse that left leg. So we're strong through the middle. Hello, Luna. Woo. Here we go. We pulse in 3, 2, 1. Little pulses. So remember, heavy heel, tight core. Keep that left knee just slightly behind your toes. 3. Practice that balance. 2. And 1. Bring it down. Shake it out. That was awesome. Little wiggle in those hips, whatever feels good. Maybe some circles. 1 more movement here. And we're going back to upright, and we're really thinking about stability. This is one of my favorite movements to kind of talk about how that stability in the middle of your body can be so strong that you can move your limbs without anything else going anywhere. So we're going to take it into some standing leg circles. Soften that left knee 1 more time. Pull up through the quads, lift through the kneecaps, glutes are tight. Same starting position as the other side. Awesome. So we're going to take the leg out to the right, circle up and around, tap your toes. Out and up. So think about that focus. We're paying attention to the legs. Do it. You're going to wobble a little bit more. If you start to feel that lift in the middle of the body and feel like that leg is floating. All of that work changes. We're lifting through the left leg rather than pushing into that left knee. We're pulling up through the belly. We're proud through the chest. 3. Beautiful. 2. Wobbling's okay. Last one, pause. We're going to switch directions and we're going to give that left leg a break. Take it up and around. So our body really wants to lock out that left knee and push the torso forward. Soften your knee. Heavy through the heel. Pull up through the belly. Squeeze through the glute. Everything working together. Lift the inner thigh. Awesome. Strong and tall. Last 3. So good. 2. Beautiful. Last 1. And down. Shake it up. So wherever your chair or stable surface is, let's bring it a little bit closer. And before we take our work to the other side, we're going to do some work through the center of the body, some squats, some push-ups. So let's find a good spot on the chair where we can bring our hands and walk the feet back. So this should be a good modification for a push-up in itself. If you need a little less, bring your hands to a wall. Beautiful. Hands down, walk it back, find your plank. Center of your chest, aiming right at the center or front of that chair. We're gonna go 4 push-ups and then step our feet in, 4 squats. Do it with me, take it down, press. So think less about the arms, more about that core, pulling up through the belly, lengthening through the neck, lengthening through the heels. Last one, press it up. 2 steps in, parallel feet, right in your squat stance for 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick transition, hands down, step out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet in, hands off. 4, 3, 2. Lift with the belly. Last 1. Take it down, hands down, feet out. 4, 3. Beautiful. 2, 1. Step it in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Bring your hands down to the front of your chair. Walk your feet back. Walk them wide. And press your hips back. Press your chest down. So create length. Let your head relax. I may turn and look at you a little bit, but you're looking right through those legs. Take the right hand down to the floor. Left hand down to the floor. Tuck your chin. Soften the knees, roll it up. All right. So let's do that standing work on the other side. We start with that little lift through the front of the body. So even out through your feet first. Find where you feel stable before we challenge it. That little tuck in the tailbone, lift in the belly, lifting through the quads, lifting the kneecaps, feeling that little lift through the arches of the feet, spiraling up and in through your inner thighs. And then let's shift our weight just slightly over the right leg, shoulders over hips. Point your toes, rest your big toe right in front of you. You're gonna take that lift up through center. So remember, string from the belly, pulling your knee up, lowering down. So again, you lose your balance quicker when you start to muscle through with the legs. Feel that connection, low belly, that little tuck to pull. Strengthening the quads and hip flexors rather than bypassing them. Lift the belly. You've got 4 and down. 3, 2. Last one, hold. Again, arms wherever they best serve your balance. We're going to open that left leg out. So everything still faces forward. We're pulling up, we're stabilizing. You're strong through that standing leg. Activating through the glutes without clenching. Lengthening through the neck. Feel that squeeze in your outer thigh. Last 3. Lift the belly. 2, it down, shake it out. So remember, anytime you wobble, anytime you lose that balance, that's just your indicator to pull in through the abdominals. It's okay to feel wobbly. That's why we work on this balance, work on that connection to the middle. So let's take it into that glute work, into that deeper balance work. Shifting the weight right one more time, strong through the foot, lifting. Take your toes just slightly behind you, soften the right knee, and just tip your torso forward so you're on that little diagonal. Lift the left toes. We're going to lift up and down. So that right knee really wants to start pushing. I want you to stay strong and lifted through the heel. Heavy through the heel, lifted through the arch. There we go. Feel that nice deep squeeze in your glute. Feel your hamstrings kind of pulling up. Still connected to your pelvic floor, low belly. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, hold. Now, this is where that chair comes into play if you need it. We're going to hinge. Square your hips to the floor. Soften that right knee. And I want you to hold. Arms go wherever they best serve your balance. Pull up through the ribs, up through the belly button. Lift up just below the belly. Glutes engage. Inner thighs pull toward each other. Square off that hip. Stay with me. Wobbles are good. Pull up and in. Find that connection. Lift. We're going to pulse that standing leg right now. Let's go for 10. Belly in. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Shake it out. That's the killer. All right. So now we're going to focus on those circles. So shifting that weight, bringing the toes back in front, just to that same starting position. We're going to circle out first. So soften the right knee, lift the belly, brace the core. We're going to lift up and around. So less like you've got to really pull in and change your body to pull the leg up. More like that body is nice and tight. Your core sits tight, that leg is floating. Lots of shakies here. Smaller circle. Beautiful. Keep an eye on that right knee. Just soften it so we're not fully locked. Last 2 in this direction. You got it. Last 1. And pause. Go in the other direction. We lift up, out and around. Take it up. Beautiful. So again, that lift up the belly, that little tuck down the back. Stay connected. So good. Beautiful. Last 4, 3, belly in, 2, and 1. Awesome. So walk those feet out nice and wide. Turn your toes out. We're just going to take some nice wide plie squats to even out and open up through the hips. I'm going to lift my arms up in front of my chest. You do you. Let's sit it down on an inhale. Exhale, rise. Take it down and rise. So even though we're not challenging our balance anymore, now we're finding what feels steady with both feet down. Feel that wrap up through the inner thighs. That pull up and in through the center, through the glutes. We've got 4. Beautiful. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Let's hold it. Shoulders down and back. Awesome. Stay nice and heavy. Pull in through the belly. We're going to lift the arms up. Lower them down. This time we're going to take them out and back. We lift up. No compensation from the rib cage. Good. Out. Strong through the legs. They didn't stop working, they just stopped moving. Beautiful. Up and out. Last 2. Last 1. And out. Bring the hands in. Stand it up. Walk your hands to the floor. Walk your heels together. Walk your knees wide. down in your child's pose. Slowly come on up. And let's stay in our kneeling position. Just continuing to kind of transition into our next series, something similar to those squats we just did. So on your knees, you can tuck your toes under if you'd like. I like to keep mine flat on the floor. I'm gonna bring the elbows wide. Soften your elbows this time. Hand position makes a big difference so we can get some work into the chest. Thumbs up, pinkies down, ribs in, tail tucked. Just gonna exhale, create some resistance, squeeze the fingertips together in front of your chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. So whether you've got weights, whether you're on a reformer, this one feels just as good with no weight. You wanna create your own resistance. You wanna stabilize through that torso. So we're thinking about the rib cage a little bit more. This one makes me happy because I can really envision what's going on in the front of my body. Everything squeezes and wraps up, opening with control. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold your hands together, just clasp them. Now we're gonna add some movement with the lower body as we move our arms. So I want you to exhale as you lift up, squeeze the glutes, let those hands hover just above head without lifting the shoulders. Inhale, pull the belly in, pull the arms down. Beautiful, lift. And lower, pull. Good, we're going for 8. You've got 6 more. Belly in, pull. Good, 5. Just connecting upper and lower. All the dogs are playing today. Last 2 right here. It's not a big, heavy movement, but you feel those lats engage. You feel those armpits hollow out. Bring it down. Shake it out. So nice, easy transition to some oblique work. Continuing with our challenge and our balance. So we're high on the knees. If this is tough on your knees for any reason, grab a squishier mat or grab a towel and put it under your kneecap. I'm gonna swing the left leg out to the side. So with that leg out to the side, I like to keep my foot parallel. If it feels better for your hips, as long as your hips aren't opening, you can balance on that heel. Then we lift the arms up. So shoulders down. Really get that feeling in your rib cage like it's wrapping around the torso. Shoulders float down and back. So we're just gonna reach over to the right side without losing our balance, without lifting the left leg up. Inhale, exhale, push to the side. And then engage through the left side obliques to come back tall. So little push out, stay connected and grounded to that left heel. And up. Reach right, pull left. So good. Reach, pull with those left obliques. It's gonna pull some tension out of your knees. You've got 4. Reach. 3, pull back, lift the belly. Square those hips. 2. And 1. Bring it up. Relax those arms. We're gonna lift them up. And take one last reach over to the right, and as you reach, we place the right hand down. So before we go anywhere, stack your shoulders. Wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist. Reaching long, lifting that left leg up off the floor. Beautiful, and then swing it in front of you just a little bit without taking your hips out of alignment. The dogs really want to play this morning. Awesome, so we're gonna take this into a little lift and lower. So we're gonna inhale, drop the toes to the floor. Exhale, lift. Very similar to where that work was when we were standing, only now we've got our upper body stability to worry about. Square off the hips. Lift. Belly in, lift. Awesome. 4. Square the hip. 3. So good. 2. and one, hold, tiny circles. So we've been here before, but now you've got that core and those ribs to focus on. Top hand can always relax, just don't unsquare those hips. Switch directions. Remember that leg is floating, that right side waist is lifting to support you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knee down and sit down on those heels. Clasp your hands behind your back. Open up across the shoulders. There they are. And just give yourself a second here. We're going to do that work on the other side. Good. So rise up. We're going to take our right leg out to the side. So find that setup. Find where you started. Stacking your hip over your shoulder, over your knee on the left, and reach your arms up. So pull in through the rib cage, tuck your tailbone, glutes engage, reach across side to side, create a little more length between your fingertips, and then we're going to take that little shift forward. So let's exhale to reach. Inhale, pull back. So we want length, and then we want to pull. So we reach, creating length, and then lift and squeeze through the right side obliques. Reach. So it's all about connecting. Upper body, lower body. You've got 3, 2. Pull up through that belly. Last one. Pull back, core tight. Relax the shoulders. Roll them out. Everything connected, everything strong. Reach long. We take one big reach to the left and drop that hand down. So remember, wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist, up. Both hip bones shining forward, finding your balance. So our points of stability are different, but the movement is the same. Shift the right foot forward just a teeny bit so your hips stay stacked. We lower. Exhale, lift. Pushing up through the left hand, away from the floor. Left side obliques, super engaged. I'm feeling my hip roll back a little bit. So really mindful of what your body's doing. Lift. Core nice and tight, lift. Beautiful, last 4, belly in. Don't let that core take a break. Last one, hold. We're burning out here a little bit, that's okay. Tiny circles forward, lifted through the belly. That's your support system. It's not that arm, it's not that leg. Switch directions. Yes. Belly in, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Let's take it back through center. Sit it down on your heels. And one more time, pull your hands behind your back. Clasp the hands, drop the knuckles down, peel your collarbones open, tuck your tailbone, pull into the belly, sink down into your stretch. If it feels good, maybe lift your hands away from your low back. Peel open a little bit more. And let it go, shake it out. Roll them down. So good. So let's take it into one more little bit of balance just from your all fours position. Real simple, going into our knee to elbow crunch. So let's find that steady moment. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. So we've connected to upper, we've connected to lower, we've connected to the side. Let's find that real stable place through the middle before we take that opportunity to pull our stability away. Push up through the knees, lift the kneecaps, tuck the belly. Push up into your palms. I like to think about that center part of the elbow. Spiraling forward. You'll feel it pull your shoulders down and back. So let's extend the right leg behind us. Pushing up into the right hand, let's lift the left arm. Find your balance. Get a little bit longer. Big inhale as we lift a little higher. Exhale, I want you to take that really exaggerated rounding through your spine, tuck your tailbone, squeeze knee to elbow, meet under your belly button. Inhale, lengthen. We're going for 8. So if you start to sink, push up. Not worried about the moving pieces of our body, worried about that stability, connected to that stability. Last 3. Push it up strong. 2. And 1. Hold for 5. Push it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Take some circles with the body. We've got a nice big hip stretch. Nice big wrist stretch. Take it in the other direction. So good. Let's go on the other side. Again, just a quick set here. Nothing fancy, just bringing all of that balance work together. So strong. Push up into your palms, knees under your hips. Excellent. Now, steady through the right knee as you lift the left leg. Again, if your knees bug you, little towel or cushion under. Push up into the left hand, lift the right arm and hold. Get longer, create space. Pull the right shoulder away from the earlobe and feel how that lat engages. Inhale, exhale. Scoop the belly, tuck, round, tap, and lengthen. So it's not about speed. It's about maintaining your stability while moving the other half of your body. That crunch in the belly, super important part of this. So it's okay to tuck your tailbone to round that spine. 4 more. Reach. Keep that left hip square. You're tired. It's okay if you're shifting. Reconnect. 2. Last one. Scoop, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down, knees wide. Meet me in that child's pose. Use your hands to get your hips a little bit closer to your heels. Lengthening through the arms. Relaxing through the chest. And then from here, pull forward and make your way to your belly. Let's give the arms a little break. We're going to cross the hands right in front of you and bring your forehead down to the top of your hands. Lengthen the legs. You're looking down at the floor. I'm looking down at you for a second. Reach through the legs. Pull the belly up and in. I like to imagine those little ASIS bones, my hip bones, pointing down into the floor, feeling the belly pulling up. Engaging the glutes without clenching them, lifting the kneecaps to activate your quads, pointing through your toes. You want to feel some good work in your low back, but no negative tension. So with those hands in front of you, head right on top of them, legs active, we're going to lift and lower. Elbows wide, neck is long, lift and lower. Feel the ribs pulling down and engaging. Lower. Corset stays tight, shoulders stay down. Pull the belly up from the mat for 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it up. And I just want you to squeeze your heels together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, shoulders down, 5, belly in, 3, 2, 1, and down. Bring your arms just out to that goal post position. And take a couple of nice deep breaths here. Awesome. So now we're going to work to engage the lats, back muscles right behind your armpits. Legs are gonna stay anchored down, really pressing down through the tops of your feet. And we're just gonna start again with that tiny lift through the torso. But remember, this time we've got that anchor down through the feet. So think about pressing into the top of the feet, lifting the belly, lift the chest. So without those legs involved, it's almost like you're floating. And I shouldn't say not involved. They're active and working, but they're not lifting. They're giving you a little bit of leverage. Last 3. Beautiful. Last 2. And on your last one, we're gonna hold. Stabilize through the rib cage, stabilize through the belly. So we're not craning our neck, we're looking down at the floor, but we're lifting through that middle. You're gonna inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, like you're grabbing some springs or a bar, pull down. You wanna feel it right behind those armpits. You've got 6 more. Push down into those feet, glutes tight, hips down, belly up. Last 3. Last 2, elbows wide, shoulders down, neck is long. Last 1. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it down. Roll it up. Walk your arms out wide, lift your chest just a little bit. We're gonna start to bring it down, stretch out some of that work from today. Taking it into a scorpion, lift your left leg and bend the knee. Peel the hips up and over. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, bring it through center, and switch sides. Bend your knee, lift. Open, you get that nice stretch across your chest, that opening in the hips. And back, 1 more on each side. Lift, and tap, and center. Lift, peel it open. Feel that pull across the front of the chest. And bring it back down. Bring your hands just next to your armpits. Walk your knees out a little bit wider and stay low. Push back into your child's pose. Walk your hands back. Tuck your toes under and roll it up nice and tall. 1 final stretch. You can use your chair. You can sit down on your couch. You've got that wonderful luxury of being home. We're just gonna have a seat. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee. We're gonna start by grounding through the left foot, reaching up through the fingertips, rolling the shoulders down. Good, let's start to reach forward. Without your butt coming up off that chair, just find that moment in your stretch that works for you. If your shoulders are bugging you, you can rest your hands behind your head. You can even let your hands fall down to your sides. Just make sure we're lengthening forward rather than collapsing down. So it's that little anchor through the left heel. Both hip bones down on the floor. Push forward. You can even grab the sides of your chair. That just worked really nicely. 3, 2, your gaze is right in front of you, neck is long. And on that last little bit of your hold, now we collapse over the legs, reaching down through the fingertips, tucking through the chin, bigger stretch through that back leg. 3, 2, 1, roll it up. Both feet anchor down and switch sides. Left ankle over the knee. Sit it up nice and tall. So again, just crossing your leg might be enough of a stretch for you. I want you to lift those arms up nice and tall. Shoulders down and back. And I want you to use your fingertips, keeping your biceps next to your ears. Just take that hinge from your hips so there's no break from the crown of your head down through your tailbone. Reach. Remember, you've got those options. If you need to relax your shoulders, hands lightly behind your head, arms down to your sides, but don't lose that long diagonal torso. Leading with the center of your chest. Holding here. Feel that length, feel that pull. One more big inhale. Exhale, let's fold it over. Try not to let those hips shift around, but it's your stretch. Do what feels good. I'm lifting my head a little bit to talk to you, but I want you to let your head hang. Let your neck go. And breathe. Let's plant both feet down on the floor, uncross them. Pull the belly in, push down through the heels, stand up tall. Soften your knees, tuck your chin. Roll it all the way down. Full circle from where you started your class today. Maybe grabbing your elbows. Little sway side to side. Maybe you're noticing the difference from where you started. Feeling a little bit more stable. You shouldn't be able to see me right now. You should be looking right through your legs. Hold that fold. Take a little extra sway side to side. Nice big inhale. And then use your exhale. Scoop the belly. Roll it all the way up. Big shoulder roll at the top. Turn your palms forward. Reach through the fingertips. And let it go. You guys are done. Awesome job today. Keep an eye on that YouTube channel. We're uploading 2 new Pilates classes every week and new classes every day. Great job today.